Hello, this is Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess in Bridges Grove with a quick flip through video of my December prayer book for daily practice. All the prayer books for the year are available via lulu.com. We have older editions in our Etsy shop, but I am doing new word prompts for 2024, and so I am updating the prayer book files in Lulu as I go. So right now, January and February are new, and I'm at work on March, so March will be new as well. So you're welcome to order the books in advance from Lulu, knowing that newness-wise, it's only January and February that are updated, and then I'm still at work on the rest of them with the new things. But one of the beauties of 30 Days of Goddess is that everything can be used at any time, so you can print out the new prompt words from the 30 Days of Goddess website, 30daysofgoddess.com. They're free. You can print the prompts out and you can glue them in. You can use an older prompt list. You can use a prompt list you've made yourself. You can use the decks of word cards and draw out a selection of prompts at random. You can write your own, etc. So this is meant to really be infinitely flexible, at the same time creating a beautiful container of sacred sameness for you. So I'm going to go pretty quick through this because I don't want it to be that long or boring. And so if you see something that I don't explain, feel free to ask me in the comments. But pretty much I'm just going to do a flip through without explaining at length what I have. So I do make the pockets in the front and the back using our snapshot cards. The basic deck of snapshot cards is available to you free at 30daysofgoddess.com. And if you want the expansions, you can join our Goddess Magic community, which is a really wonderful, fully fledged devotional community with so many layers and so many offerings. And so you're welcome to join that community as well, and then you get the whole set of cards each month. And so I make a pocket in the back too. I have some of my leftover daily graphics in there, some cards that I'd made. The poetry patrons of the Goddess Magic community get new poem cards every week, and so I had a couple of extras there. And so let's see what we got. I have our word of the month there with a supporting word, moon wheel. And I was doing my own homemade witchy oracle card advent calendar through most of December. So most of my pages have kind of a similar look because I had a little affirmation, quote unquote, sticker. Those I make for the Goddess Magic members for our Goddess Guidance Club there. And then I had a mini story Goddess Oracle card and I had stickers. And so a lot of them have that similar kind of look and feel because I was opening my envelope each month and using it. I found a rose in the road, and so that's where those rose petals came from. And I was also having chocolate bars in my little calendar, and so I used one of the chocolate bar wrappers to make this little fold out, which I thought was pretty cute if I did it to myself. And another little chocolate bar wrapper, other little bits and pieces. Love to make pockets always on my pages that I can stick things into. Coloring page from Joni Ray. This was from Coco that a friend sent me. More Coco. And so we went to a baking workshop, so I printed out a picture. I really kind of like the page. Sometimes it depends on the feeling of the month. And sometimes it can be really liberating and peaceful to have almost just a formula and have the pages just fit into that formula, so to speak. And then sometimes I like to do much more creative things. So this happened to be one of the months where I took what I had and put it together, and I'm interested by how many different things can be created with that method, where there's some commonalities as well. So luckily I got a lot of lovely holiday solstice cards from various members of our Goddess Magic community, and so they start to make an appearance about here because that's when they started to come. You'll see several of those rolling by with nice notes and pretty gifts and things that people sent me, which is so lovely. I got a nice little new set of a prayer bead bracelet from Nikki, and then I got a beautiful new deck from Teal that you're going to see make appearances. Got a lovely sun catcher from Mari, got some tea from Karen, and so lots of nice things showing up. That was just a charity card that appeared in my mail, so I used that. That was a little card from Mari that I added in there. And I got other gifts as well. I'm just thinking of things on the top of my head. This was cut out of a magazine, and that I do so appreciate the nice little thoughtfulness that people send me. Taryn sent me a card as well. Saray sent me some lovely little simmer pot that I did on the solstice that was nice. This was a gift card tag, so I had that. Make an extra little fold out there. Oh, this was a sticker that came from Saray as well. That was a leaf from Maine. That's funny that I was mentioning her right as I got to that page. Those were some stickers that my friend Tracy made for me. They were actually from last year, but it was a perfect time to use them this year. Another nice little card. It's so nice. I love how it ends up with such a representation inside. This was Taryn's card. You end up with such a little representation inside of so many people and so many other people's practices and lives. And this was a card from Carmen that came. The gift card packages were from my mother-in-law. And then that's from Patricia Ballantyne's Creative Flame Oracle. And then, so I'd made a pocket out of those gift card things, which was kind of a multi-layered fun way to do it. You have to be careful how you actually open it because it only folds together like a puzzle in a certain way. Oh, this was on Nikki's present. She had those cute little tags, and so I made those into a tiny little book. Then we went to the beach, so I have my little shells. Those are real little shells. And then these were some stickers that Dawn had sent me a while ago, and they're perfect for being here, so I've added those stickers. And then here we already are at the end of the month and ready to move on to a new book. This one is still waiting for me to cut. That's from, Kimberly Rodriguez, Poeta Goddess. This one's still waiting for me to cut out some of the remaining pieces that I have left, so I will do that and transfer my supplies over to my January prayer book. It's always fulfilling to me to see. This one's already been written in for several days since January is already in progress, but see how thin that is compared to the thickness. So people do often comment like how can they would rather just work with a single journal all year, which is totally legitimate, and I hope that the resources that I create can easily fold into a single year journal where perhaps you just focus on the Goddess Guidance Club packet for that month, or perhaps you just use the snapshot cards or something like that, and then you keep it as an annual book. But for me, I have to laugh when I think about an annual book because I cannot imagine how fat that would be if I tried to keep everything into one book. I really find that I appreciate, value, and really treasure the opportunity and the invitation to begin again each month, to have the fresh start, to have the new container, to have the blank slate of the pages, to have the invitation into a new sacred space, into a new tiny temple in which I will create and deepen and discover and learn all month long. And I like the ritual closing out of one month and welcoming in the other. But I completely understand how other people have different systems that work better for them. And 30 Days of Goddess is never meant to be a prescription or a dogma that tells you how you have to do it. It is meant to help you create practices that support your life as it is. So if what supports you is a monthly practice or an annual practice or a big book for the whole year, that is wonderful. And I hope that what I create still creates opportunities to nourish, encourage, and inspire you in the practices that work best for you. For me, love the month-based approach. So thanks so much for being here. Keep living your magic. Bye-bye.